Hey gaming fans, so today's another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for the Genesys format. And this is Exodia, well, like a deep draw Exodia, I guess you want to call it. The plan of this deck is to try and draw Exodia as fast as possible. So it can be an annoying deck against your opponent. But anyways, so in the Genesys format, you can actually play with 3 sets of Exodia because there's 0 points for all of the pieces. But I find that 3 could be quite a bit. You're just going to draw too many of the same pieces over and over again. But let's go with 2. So we're going to have 1 head, and the 2 arms, 2 legs, and then another head, and then the 2 arms and the 2 legs. So this is giving us 2 sets of Exodia. The good thing about that is you don't have to worry about losing a piece if your opponent discards one out of your hand, or if you have to play one to the field for whatever reason. You got a second copy somewhere in the deck. Also, it's going to increase your chances of drawing into the pieces really fast, especially when we're playing a lot of draw spells and stuff that can search. So for the monster lineup, we're going to have we're playing with spellcasters in this deck for a reason. Jester Comfit's just a good easy free monster. You could just summon it to the special summon it to the field in attack position. And there's many different things you can do with this guy, which I'll get to soon. So that's 3 of those. You're going to go with 3 Witch of the Black Forest. This is going to be your card that's going to grab the very specific pieces you need that you didn't draw in your hand, obviously. I would typically go for the head if you don't have it yet, because we do have other things that can search out the arms and legs. So, and it's a spellcaster, which is also important. And I put in 2 Sangans, just because we just need some more search power, and he's dark, so it's also beneficial in this deck. And the last of the monsters is 3 Battle Faders. This is just in case you draw a really ugly hand and you need to defend yourself for a turn or 2. Also, he's a level 1, which I'm going to get to as well. And he's dark. So, for searching out the pieces, we're going to have 3 Where Arf Thou. I found that this card was usually what would win me the turn. You hold on to these until you get the enough pieces in your hand, and then this you can activate it. You have to control a face-up level 1 monster, which you have Battle Faders for. You have your Jester Confits for, and if you have any of your Exodia pieces, say you have 2 of the same limb, you could just summon one. And there you go. So basically this just adds a level 1 monster from your deck to your hand. You have to play it that turn or else you take 2,000 damage, but I mean, you're going to use this card to win, so it won't matter about the 2,000 damage. Then we have 3 One Day of Peace. These are 11 points in Genesys format currently, so this is going to use up a lot of points, but this again is going to save your bacon. You're gonna live a turn, and it draws 1 card. You can play multiple ones in the same turn if you really want to, depending on how your hand is going. If you got a good feeling you're gonna draw Exodia this turn, then use them. Otherwise, play 1, and then next turn you'll survive, and then play the second one just to keep your butt alive and to keep drawing cards. And of course, we also have Upstart Goblins. Again, just to draw a card. We don't care what your opponent's life points are because you're going to win through Exodia anyways. So we got 2 of those. You could bump this up to 3 if you want and pull some of the other stuff, something else out. 3 Chicken Game. These are 7 points each currently. So this adds up. I think the total points, Genesys points, this deck is, the way I have it, is 99 points. So Chicken Game does take up 7 points each. But really good card. It's a field spell. It allows you to just draw a card on the turn you play it. And then it's basically the player who has the lowest life points takes no damage. So that's probably going to be you. And you can, if your opponent can destroy this, they can just play the effect to destroy it on their turn. But good card there. Draw your card. Now we're going to get into the 2 card draws. So obviously we're going to have the 1 Pot of Greed. We can only play 1 because of the amount of points it is. It's 30 points. So between this, your 1 Day of Peace, and your Chicken Games, you're adding up the points pretty quickly. So we could afford to play 1 Pot of Greed. It's your standard draw 2. We have Allure of Darkness. So they're 5 points each, so that adds up as well. But you do need them. You got a chance now to, if you have 2 Exodia heads in your hand, you can just banish one with the Allure, or any of the pieces for that matter. And of course, you're playing a lot of other dark monsters that, you know, maybe you don't need the Battle Fader or the Sangan or whatever. Jester Comfit, and just banish them away to draw into your pieces, basically. So we got 2 of those. Now, because I was talking about spellcasters, we got the Spell Book of Knowledge. So you have to have a face-up spellcaster monster on your side of the field to send it to the graveyard. So your best play here is going to be send your Witch of the Black Forest to the graveyard. Then you're going to draw 2 cards, and then you're going to search with Witch. I don't have any other spell books in this deck currently. You could mess around and play with some of the other spell book cards, like the one that searches for a spell book. I just didn't want to get too heavily into the spell books because of space. But this is just another good draw 2 cards, and it sends your Witch to the graveyard, which is perfect. And the last 2, similar, is Wonder Wand. You just equip to a spellcaster, it gains 500 attack, big deal. But if you control the equipped monster, you could send both cards to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. Again, you're going to use that on your Witch. That's your best option. But you can use it on any of your limbs that are extra in your hand. So if you do draw, say, 2 of the arms, 2 of the left arms, you could just summon it and then send it to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. So that's where I went with that, just because that's what we want to do in this deck. We just want to draw and keep drawing until we get Exodia. Anyways, let me know what you think. Kind of a mean deck. I'm sure your friends won't enjoy it, but it's fun. It can almost be a solitaire type of deck. Anyways, let me know what you think. What would you change? What would you throw in, throw out? Like I said, you could bump up the Upstart Goblins to 3 and maybe get rid of some of the spellcaster-specific type cards. It's up to you. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.